January 9th, Full House actor and comedian Bob Saget dies. January 16th, tennis champ Novak Djokovic deported from Australia ahead of the Australian Open for not being vaccinated against COVID-19. January 29th, Canadian truckers and far-right activists begin jamming streets in Ottawa and border crossings in protest of vaccine mandates. January 30th, Spotify and Joe Rogan respond to fierce backlash after the host podcast pushes COVID misinformation. From February 4th to 20th, Beijing hosts the 2022 Winter Olympics. February 17th, WNBA player Brittany Griner detained in Russia after airport officials find hashish oil in her luggage. February 24th, Russian invasion of Ukraine begins. February 28th, IPCC releases report on climate change, concluding many impacts verge on irreversible. March 7th, number of known global deaths from COVID surpasses 6 million. March 8th, UK and US announce bans on Russian oil in response to Putin's invasion of Ukraine. March 17th, Leah Thomas becomes the first out transgender woman to win an NCAA Division I title amid a storm of anti-trans rhetoric and debate. March 23rd, Madeleine Albright, the first woman to serve as U.S. Secretary of State, dies at 84. April 1st, Amazon workers vote to form the company's first union in Staten Island, New York City. April 8th, UN official says global food prices have increased to highest level since 1990 due to war in Ukraine. April 12th, gunman opens fire in New York City subway train, shooting multiple riders and setting off citywide manhunt. May 2nd, Politico publishes a leaked draft opinion indicating SCOTUS would overturn landmark abortion case Roe v. Wade. May 5th, UK reports first cases of Mpox, known then as monkeypox, in what later becomes an international outbreak. May 11th, Palestinian-American journalist for Al Jazeera Shireen Abu Akleh shot and killed in an alleged targeted attack by Israeli forces while reporting in occupied West Bank. May 14th, 10 people killed at a supermarket in Buffalo, New York in what police call a racially motivated attack. May 18th, baby formula shortage comes to a head, with Biden taking steps to increase domestic production and international imports. May 24th, gunman kills 19 students and 2 teachers at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas, spurring months-long investigation into law enforcement's response. In June, Europe starts experiencing historic heat waves that continue throughout the summer, causing dozens of wildfires and at least 15,000 deaths across the continent. June 1st, jury delivers verdict in Johnny Depp-Amber Heard trial. June 22nd, earthquake strikes southeastern Afghanistan near Pakistan border, killing more than 1,000 people. June 24th, SCOTUS issues decision in Dobbs v. Jackson Women's Health Organization, overturning Roe v. Wade and taking away constitutional right to abortion. July 4th, 7 killed and dozens wounded when gunman opens fire on July 4th parade in Highland Park, Illinois. July 7th, UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson announces resignation, kicking off succession circus. July 8th, former Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe assassinated while giving a speech. July 12th, first images of deep space from James Webb Space Telescope dazzle public. July 23rd, WHO declares Mpox outbreak a public health emergency. August 1st, President Joe Biden announces al-Qaeda leader and 9/11 architect Ayman al-Zawahiri was killed in a drone strike. August 4th, WNBA player Brittany Griner receives 9-year sentence in Russian court. August 12th, novelist Salman Rushdie is stabbed ahead of a lecture in New York and survives. August 24th, President Joe Biden announces his student loan forgiveness plan. August 28th, Pakistani Environment Minister declares monsoon season a climate catastrophe after massive flooding kills more than 1,000. September 6th, Liz Truss becomes the UK Prime Minister. September 8th, Queen Elizabeth II dies. September 10th, Charles III is formally proclaimed the King of the UK. September 16th, protests erupt in Iran following death of Mahsa Amini after her detention by morality police for allegedly wearing a head covering improperly. September 18th, Hurricane Fiona slams Puerto Rico, causing widespread flooding and power outages to residents still recovering from Hurricane Maria 5 years prior. September 19th, judge overturns murder conviction of Adnan Syed, subject of widely popular true crime podcast Serial. September 26th, NASA successfully crashes DART into an asteroid to test planetary defense. September 26th to 28th, Hurricane Ian forms in the Caribbean, then makes landfall in Cuba on the 27th, leaving the entire island without power. Then makes second landfall in Florida as a Category 4 storm on the 28th, and leaves a path of devastation along the state's southwest coast. October 20th, UK Prime Minister Liz Truss resigns, 44 days into the job. October 24th, actor Leslie Jordan dies. October 25th, Rishi Sunak becomes UK Prime Minister. October 27th, Elon Musk completes $44 billion acquisition of Twitter. October 29th, at least 158 people killed in crowd crush while celebrating Halloween in Seoul, South Korea. October 30th, Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva defeats far-right incumbent Jair Bolsonaro in race for Brazil's presidency. November 1st, Migos rapper Takeoff is shot and killed in Houston. November 8th, U.S. holds midterm elections, resulting in disappointing showing for Republicans and noticeable rebuke of former President Trump. November 15th, world population reaches 8 billion. Also on November 15th, Donald Trump announces he's running for president. Again. November 20th, 2022's controversial FIFA World Cup begins in Qatar, calling attention to Gulf countries' record of human rights violations. November 25th, protests in China over its zero-COVID policy escalate following a building fire. November 27th, Hawaii's Mauna Loa volcano starts erupting for the first time since 1984. December 8th, Brittany Griner is released from Russian custody and prisoner swap for Russian arms dealer Victor Bout. Also on December 8th, Philadelphia police identify victim in 65-year-old boy-in-the-box homicide case as 4-year-old Joseph Augustus Zarelli. And also on December 8th, U.S. House passes Respect for Marriage Act, which Senate passed in November to enshrine marriage equality at federal level.